Have you ever walked into a room and felt as though everybody else around you had their life figured out? As if they were more confident, more attractive, and more put together than you are. And even though no one has said anything to you directly, there's this voice in the back of your mind which tells you that you're not enough. Maybe you laugh at other people's jokes, even though you don't really find them that funny. Or you hold back on voicing your own opinion, because you're afraid of what others might think. And this is something that I've personally struggled with, and hopefully I can put this into words and hopefully it resonates with you. But for the longest time, I wasn't even consciously aware of the fact that this is a problem that needed addressing. Because having low sense of self-esteem will quite literally affect your quality of life. No matter how much success, attention, or external validation that you receive, it's never going to fill that void that you have deep down inside. And over time, you start to form deeper, more troubling beliefs about yourself and the world. And instead of seeing them as symptoms of low self-esteem, you take it as fact. Like, that's just how life is. But these beliefs don't appear out of nowhere. They're usually a result of patterns that we pick up very slowly and subtly, often without us even realizing. Because this is something that builds up gradually over time, often at an unconscious level. And this is something which is heavily influenced by our parents, our environments, and the feedback we receive about ourselves and who we are, which then in turn affects how we see ourselves. Because what can start as a natural belief about yourself, with self-worth, of you feeling like you're worthy and you have value in this world, can start to slowly shift into messaging of criticism, neglect, or even conditional love. As you start telling yourself phrases such as, I'm not enough, I'm a burden, and I only matter when I'm successful or I please others. Because if that need was met conditionally, i.e. you were praised only when you did something well, then your self-worth is contingent on your performance and how you're perceived by others, rather than owning who you are and being yourself. And that's how people grow into perfectionists, people pleasers, and emotionally avoidant or anxious people. Not because they've chose to be that way, but because that's how they've adapted. And self-esteem is deeply tied to confidence and identity. Because how can you be confident in yourself if you don't even know who you are? Or if you don't know what you like, or what you value, or what you stand for? And in that instance, how can you even defend yourself when your character is questioned or challenged? And the thing is, most people go through life without ever being taught how to maintain and build a high level of self-esteem. And it's as if you're expected to figure it out all on your own. And if that foundation isn't built early on, the world can be quite unforgiving, especially the older you get. It's also the reason why, especially in today's day and age, to not reduce yourself to such labels of I am X or I am Y, as many individuals lean into cultivating an identity by basing their identity on one area of life, whether that's their career, their fitness, or the way that they think, which aren't inherently bad things, but it shouldn't become our entire identity. For instance, some individuals may hyper-focus on climbing that corporate ladder, or just sticking to that gym routine, not out of love, but out of fear, because it's safer to be seen as competent rather than vulnerable. But like I mentioned earlier, no amount of outward success can compensate for that lack of self-worth. And if people get that sense that you don't have a clear idea on who you are, they often prey on that weakness and you end up becoming the victim. And they will start to project their own beliefs and their expectations onto you. But when you're able to interact with others without losing your sense of self, or being able to be kind without expecting anything in return, or even being able to express your opinions without feeling like you're walking on eggshells, this is, in my opinion, the way to go. And this is a form of training that you can do on a daily basis to maintain and build that high level of self-esteem. I appreciate you watching the video, and if you're so interested, you can check out one of the videos that are popping up on screen right now.